Good morning, afternoon, whatever time of day it is. This is my little yap recap of the NXT April 28th episode. Episode started off with Saquon Sugars versus Miles Bourne for the NXT North American Championship. Miles Bourne retains. Sugars was in rare form tonight. At the end of the match, it was a good match, bell to bell, great match. Uh, but at the end of the match, Tristan Angels from Evolve shoots a shot at Miles. Then Cam Hendricks, but he's Anthony Luke. He was on the first two. He might be on season 3 as well, but he was definitely on the first 2 seasons of LFG, if I'm not mistaken. He, him, and Maxine Dupree, that's their fiancés, right? And he popped out and he also attacked. He's going by Cam Hendricks, and he also attacked Miles Bourne at the end of the match too. Then we cut to backstage. Kalani, she ends up challenging Ren to a match after venting about being overlooked for like a direct title match against Lola Vice due to Kendall Gray making gains in NXT. She made all the gains. And then we go into Kalani. Then we get the Kalani versus Ren match. It don't happen right then and there, but I'm gonna cover it while we're talking about Kalani and Ren. Also, if you're watching this, probably this more than likely uploaded on a Wednesday. Gonna be uploaded on a Wednesday morning or afternoon. So happy Wednesday. Kalani wins by pinfall. Ren, it, she got hurt after she did like this crazy ass drop kick out of from what it be called ringside to Kalani and landed a little funny, and then which ended up leading to Kalani getting the win. Then Tony D'Angelo, he comes out, he addresses the box that he received last week while addressing everyone he sees as competition. Then I don't know if his name is going to be Evil, but Evil interrupts, comes out, and hands him a t-shirt and leaves. But there's some kanji, yeah, because he's Japan, he's from Japan, so I think it would be kanji. I could be wrong, but there's kanji written on the shirt. I don't know what it means. I'll be honest with you. And then as Evil's making his exit, then Tavion comes out of nowhere and attacks Tony and leaves. Then I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know who dude was. And Vic said what was on my mind. And I'm like, is this some random fan? But then I seen him hit that moonsault, and I'm like, he may not be a fan, but he might have got trained by the same guy Jacob Fatu got trained by, because holy. But anyways, it's his name is Will Cross. I don't know where he was before this, but from what I gather, he's from the indie scenes. Crazy work. Then we go into let's see, Shiloh and Tatum in the graveyard, burying Blake Monroe, hoping she can finally find peace wherever she may end up at in her next life. She's going to SmackDown. We'll probably see her Friday. Then Tatum thanks Shiloh for his help, then asks him about his upcoming match against Ricky. Shiloh says he made a simulation of Ricky to practice against his prep for the match, and he thinks he'll be alright. Then we go into the tag match with Birthright going against EK Prosper and Dorian Van Dux. But it ends up being Stacks and Uriah Connors from Birthright going against EK Prosper and Sean Legacy. Before the match started, Lexus, when Birthright made their entrance, Lexus shows a video um taking out Dorian Van Dux backstage, and then EK he runs out and tries to take on all of Birthright. Then that's when Charlotte Legacy comes in and for the assist and helps out young EK. Then the match ends up starting. Sean Legacy he gets the pin on Stacks for the win. Then Birthright attacks them after the match, and Tate Wilder from Evolve he later on gets signed that night to NXT, comes out and helps Shawn and EK out. So there's probably gonna be like a 6-man tag match in the future. I thought the tag match was good with Shawn Legacy and EK Prosper. And obviously, Birthright they got some good chemistry. So then we go into the women's locker room. Callie Armstrong gets into it with Jada Parker and Thea Hall. Callie Armstrong says she's a difference maker and has no problem proving it against Jada Parker. So that's probably going to be a match probably in the next 2 weeks. Lola Vice then comes out to call out Izzy. Sean Spears distracts Lola saying she with on like he's appearing on the Titantron and he's taunting her, saying she needs to start thinking one step ahead now that she's the champ. Meanwhile, Izzy and Nico Vance they sneak up on her. Then Lola turns around, sees them, says, "Oh no, I'm trapped." And then she goes, "Or am I?" And then Mr. Iguana comes out from under the ring and assists Lola Vice, and they get them up out of there, which was pretty shocking and crazy, and a lot of crazy pop. That was a crazy pop. The evil pop was all right. It was the crowd was a little lively tonight, except during yeah, except during Ren's match. It was like the small group chanting, "She you can't wrestle," and then there was another, and then after a while, I think Dave ventured somebody another group in the crowd got tired of it and saying, "Yes, she can." So then after the Lola Vice Izzy Mr. Iguana stuff, we cut to Dark State backstage. Sugar thinks Dion cost him the title opportunity, and they go back and forth about it. Then Jay and Osiris yell at them to stop arguing because they tried it both of their ways and it didn't work. And they tell them to lock in, and they're gonna go get the tag titles back, essentially. Real quick, I also don't think Dion was trying to sabotage. He was genuinely helping. He had the steel chair that was running the play. He was about to hit Miles One with the steel chair, and then more than likely tossed Sugars back in the ring. But for whatever reason, Sugars came out the ring and stopped him from doing that. I mean, it was an easy path to victory. Just let bro do his thing. Teamwork made the dream work, right? So then we go into the debut of one Lizzie Rain going against Nikita Alliance. Lizzie Rain pins Nikita for the win. Real quick, it is fun to see dated, like time capsule esque wrestlers like Lizzie Rain. Old aesthetic, but it feels brand new with the heavy metal theme she has going on. Nice moves. Love some. I like the names, how they're references to songs. It, it's a good gimmick. Then we cut to backstage. I am looking forward to seeing more Liz Green. Also, Nikita Lyons. This was the best she looked, just coming off an injury on NXT. I haven't seen her matches on Evolve. I'm just talking about as far as NXT goes. Her last couple matches on NXT weren't up to this par. She looked good. She looked healthy. She looked like she needs to be back at NXT now. Then we go backstage to Miles speaking with Tavion, inquiring about him attacking Tony, and Tavion said he did the same thing that Miles did the same thing with Ethan, and now he has gold. Why can't he get gold? Then Miles talks about all the recent appearances during the night. Then Tavion tells him to add him to the list. Keanu pops in and tells Miles the same thing he told Tony last week. There's sharks in the water circling, but he is the Great White. I know we go into like a whole bunch of little mini promos before we get to the main event. So, Vanity Project backstage reflecting on the past 2 weeks. Jackson says he feels renewed since meeting Micah, who is Bailey Humphries from LFG from the first 2 seasons. I don't know if she's on season 3 or not. I just watched the first episode yesterday, and I already like what they're doing with it. Jasper Troy gets annoyed and challenges Jackson to a match next week because they were sitting like that little what is it called? Is it like a conference area or a lobby? It's like a nice little chill spot to like if you were to like just chill out, watch something. Or then we get this crazy AI Zarya vignette. I didn't with it looking like Zarya Thanos snapping with it looking like Zarya Thanos snapping Soul out of existence. I didn't think it was too bad. They could have just used them and then did green screen, but it's whatever. Then we go into the main event. Shiloh Hill versus Ricky Sainz. Shiloh pins Ricky for the win. There was some shenanigans. There was a dummy in the ring that was hidden by Shiloh that played into the match. I liked that. It was entertaining. It was funny. Ricky bumping the ref and then grabbing the steel chair, which led to his loss. It was a really good match. I was thoroughly entertained. I was laughing at certain spots. The spot with the dummy was pretty cool. It was unique. It was most certainly unique. But if you've enjoyed the video thus far, please um, leave a like. Trying to hit 1,000 subs. Also, feel free to leave. Well, don't feel free. Go ahead, leave any comments what you thought about the night. What y'all thought about the vignette, the main event, all these people popping up, Will Cruz and all that. Lizzie Rain, Nikita Lyons, this Dark State situation. There's a lot going on. Kelly Armstrong. When will she get the gold around her waist? Or is Jada Parker going to stay, get the gold around her waist before Kelly Armstrong? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Until next time.